Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Dayspring Discussions. I'm your host, Sean McGahee, and this is a show where I talk about movies, TV, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books. If you geek out about it, we're going to talk about it. You can listen to Dayspring Discussions on iTunes, YouTube, Podomatic, Patreon, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, wherever, guys. While you're there, go ahead and rate, review, subscribe, then head on over to the Facebook group and Twitter account and join in the discussion. Don't forget dayspringdiscussions@gmail.com. If you have any questions or comments, that is always there for you. And you can find me personally, Slim Dayspring12, on Twitter and Instagram. Well, hello everyone. Hope you are getting along with your week very nicely. Hope you're all being safe, doing your whole social distancing quarantine thing. I'm still in the house, getting outside a little bit now that the weather's getting a little warmer, of course. Being outside with my daughter, she just got a new bicycle, so she's anxious to ride it. So much, in fact, that I myself had to go get a bicycle too. I just got back from Target, and lo and behold, it wasn't assembled. So I'm going to spend my evening assembling a bicycle, which I've never done before. So we'll see how it goes, guys. And of course, today is Earth Day, April 22nd. Hope you guys are doing something in celebration of this. Planting a tree, maybe starting recycling, something, of course, just to help make the world a better place. During this time, of course, whenever I think about Earth Day, what comes to mind is Captain Planet, one of my favorite animated series as a kid. Found out this morning, I hopped on Amazon. You can purchase seasons for $5. So I went online and I got the first season, which is 26 episodes, for $5. My daughter, however, didn't want to watch it. So would I say I wasted my money? No, not really. It's $5 for an animated series that I loved. And I'll probably watch a little more later. Another one I'd probably recommend watching on today would be Avatar, of course, the James Cameron blockbuster. Definitely has some themes in there, good for Earth Day as well. So those are two things I might be checking out a little later on. Maybe have them on in the background as I'm building my bike, perhaps. That would be something. But on today's show, we're not talking Earth Day. We're talking a little bit of news that came out a couple days ago, or maybe like a day or two ago. I know yesterday there have been a few stories that it seems like I should mention at least. There's yesterday, Venom 2, or Venom, There Will Be Carnage, which is the name for it. That one, they got a date shift going back almost a year from what originally was supposed to come out October this year, got shifted back. And then, of course, Lionsgate announced they're doing the Hunger Games prequel. The book's coming out, I think, next month. They've already greenlit the film for that. Those are two things that, I could talk about, but honestly, there's something else that I'm more passionate about and maybe a little more positive about that I'd rather mention, and that is the streaming wars. That's right. Those of us who follow the entertainment news, we've seen this coming for a while now. And in the last couple days, some gauntlets have been thrown down. First off, a couple days ago, NBC Universal announced that their streaming service, Peacock, will be coming out in July. Now, they're going to have some original content with that. There's that series Brave New World, which I believe is going to be out there. They have Saved by the Bell original, which they're going to be doing, as well as a Punky Brewster series that they're going to be doing as well. But also, of course, you have all classics such as The Office, Parks and Rec, 30 Rock, a bunch of Universal films like Do the Right Thing, Lost in Translations, late night stuff. You got, Saturday Night Live. Says they're going to have live sports on there as well. I'm looking on the website right now. If you're an Infinity customer, you get Peacock for free. And actually, everyone could get this service for free because it's going to be with commercials for free, or, quote, easily upgrade to a premium plan for $4.99 a month. And like I said, that's going to come out in July. Very interesting on this one, of course. To be honest, I'm not super as excited about this one as the other one I'm going to talk about here in just a minute. But one of the things that, again, Peacock is doing that all the other streaming services aren't, is that you can actually watch it for free with some commercials. Other services, you just strictly have to pay. I mean, Hulu, when they first started out, you could get it free if you wanted to watch commercials. Not anymore. If you want Hulu at all, you have to pay for it. It's just that commercials, of course, that plan will cost less. So I bet Peacock will probably do something the same thing, to where they're going to start out where there's no charge if you want to watch it with commercials. But then, of course, later on, when they gain more subscribers and maybe get a little bigger, I bet they'll add it to where you have to pay for any amount of it, is what I imagine would happen. So then a couple days later, I believe it was yesterday perhaps, or maybe on the day before that, Time Warner came out and announced that their new streaming service, HBO Max, will start on May 27th. Now, like I said, this is Time Warner, Warner Brothers, owner of HBO, so you're going to get all the HBO content, Game of Thrones, Westworld, Watchmen, Barry, Entourage, all that stuff. You got Warner Brothers television, such as Friends, Big Bang Theory, West Wing, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You got movies, of course, like The Matrix, Lord of the Rings, Casablanca, Harry Met Sally, Crazy Rich Asians. You got children's programming, Sesame Street, Looney Tunes, as well as some original stuff that is still coming. They're going to do a new Looney Tunes cartoon, as well as a late night Elmo show. Looks kind of cute. You got an Anna Kendrick series, Love Life, that's going to be coming. A lot of content on this one too, to be honest, and that one's coming sooner, May 27th. Now, this is all, like I said, been seen coming for a while now. What has happened is, years ago, Netflix was the only big boy on the block. They're the ones that started the streaming services, and other companies saw how much money they were making, how popular Netflix became by streaming stuff straight from your living room. You know, Netflix started out taking out video stores by saying, hey, you don't have to go to the video store. We'll mail the movie straight to you every time. And then Netflix was like, well, you know, let's make it even quicker. Instead of waiting for the one to come back to you, how about we just go ahead and give it to you via internet with a huge catalog of stuff to go through. They started the subscription, and people saw that. People saw what Netflix was doing. They tried to copy it with stuff like Hulu, Amazon Prime, Sling, those services. And then the studios themselves thought, wait a minute, why are we getting only a small fraction of this when we can be getting a much bigger piece of the pie if we released our own streaming services? And that, of course, could possibly put Netflix out of business. But what Netflix has done the last couple of years is they have created their own film studio, much like Amazon has made their own studio, and several other of these streaming services, knowing that they're playing other studios' products, and that eventually these studios are going to take that stuff back because they're going to want to put them on their own streaming service. With Netflix, you have The Office, which is highly popular, as well as Parks and Rec. I think it's their contract with Netflix is good for another year. Then those shows are going to be strictly on Peacock. Okay, you also have Friends, which I don't know if it's still on Netflix or not, but I know it's going to be gone soon. And then again, you're only going to be able to see that on HBO Max or the Time Warner streaming service. By mid-July, we're going to be in the streaming wars, people. And not only on top of that is, as far as digitally watching movies that you buy, things are shaking up there as well. Fandango now just bought out Vudu, which was the Walmart equivalent of the digital service. You still got the big boys on the Max for that, such as iTunes, Amazon, Google. But then, of course, Fandango now has for a while been trying to get into that game. So the digital wars, the streaming wars, we're in the thick of it. I mean, we're still honestly in the early stages of it, but this is what I want to talk about what is going to happen or what could possibly happen and what I'm going to do with all these streaming services. Because currently right now, I subscribe to Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, HBO Now, DC Universe, the streaming service. What else do I have? We're in a free trial of Apple TV. I have ESPN Plus, which is included in my bundle with Hulu and Disney Plus. What else I have? Amazon Prime. I have that too. So this is what's going to happen is everyone has their own streaming service, their own streaming choices, and eventually we might all have to choose what we're going to do because there are going to be so many. Now, the nice thing is HBO Max, I feel like, is going to put HBO Now and the DC Universe out of business. They're both owned by Warner Brothers. You're going to get your HBO content on HBO Max. With the DC stuff, they've already said they're putting up every DC movie they've made the last 40 years, including, I believe, Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, going all the way back to the original Superman movie with Christopher Reeve. All that is going to be on there. Throw in the animated stuff as well. Give me some Batman animated series, Superman animated series, stuff that I can currently find on the DCU streaming service, as well as the DC animated movies, which I really enjoy. I'm on board for HBO Max. Not only that, but they also said they're doing their original content as far as DC projects. They're going to do a Green Lantern series, an Aquaman series, Adam Strange series, Strange Adventures it's going to be called. It's going to be something that I feel like HBO Max, if I had to choose between the two new ones, HBO Max is definitely where I'm more prone to subscribe to, mainly because it's got all the DC stuff. Peacock, Universal, there's some stuff on there I wouldn't mind watching, but number one, if there's not enough to where I would, have to buy it. Like HBO Max, I hopped online just a few minutes ago just to see if I could sign up already for it, pay a year subscription, and they still haven't done anything like that. But I think as soon as they do, I will definitely sign up for that and drop my HBO Now and my DC streaming service. With Peacock, there's not a lot that makes me want to sign up right away, plus the fact that it's going to be free for a while. If there's something I want to check out, like the Saved by the Bell new series, I wouldn't mind, once a week, watch a half-hour series with commercials. I could probably do that, not too bad. Not compared to, say, the CW series where I have to watch 5 or 6 shows in a week and they all have commercials. That I put a stop to, which I'm hoping, with HBO Max and Warner Brothers, we get some of the live action stuff too, such as Lois and Clark, Smallville, Birds of Prey, Gotham, even some of the Arrowverse shows such as Arrow, Flash, stuff like that. I think would be really good because I don't see them staying on Netflix very long since, HBO Max is about to be in full swing. So like I said, I think, when it comes down to it, by the end of this year, I might have to, substitute a few of services that I currently have. I mean, I think by the end of the year, I'll still have Netflix, still have Hulu because it's part of the Disney Plus, and of course, I'll still have Disney Plus and ESPN Plus. Again, it's part of the package. I'm really going to get HBO Max. I really want to get that. Amazon, we're going to keep mainly for shipping for stuff. And then, of course, you do have Peacock, too. The only other major studio that's not represented would be Paramount, but I know they have the Paramount Network, which, again, I don't know exactly how that works. I think Paramount has their own streaming right now, but I've checked it out, and I don't think it's that great. The main reason I would probably want to get it is mainly because of Yellowstone. It's one of my current favorite shows right now. But really, CBS All Access has all the Star Trek stuff. So if they were to take CBS All Access and merge it with a Paramount network, again, there's your other studio right there. You'd have your 4 major studios represented in Peacock, HBO Max, Disney Plus, and Paramount. You're pretty much set right there. Like I said, Netflix has been trying to make original content as well as Amazon because they know that the studios are taking their stuff back, and eventually if they want to keep their subscribers, they're gonna have to produce stuff, and they're doing a good job. But if I had to eventually drop something, Netflix probably once all the studios take their stuff back, Netflix would probably be low on my list of things to take. But they're trying. I know they struck a deal with Nickelodeon about doing some stuff for them. I think they got a Ninja Turtles movie coming up with that too, but. I just want to talk, a little bit about this, guys, of course, because to me, this has been on my mind as a consumer and someone who loves to, have his favorites within access, within reach, within a click of a button. I mean, my wife now refuses to get up and put a DVD in the DVD player, for God's sakes. If it's not on streaming and she can't just remote it in there, she doesn't watch it, which is, something about her. But I still get up, and if I own something, of course, on Blu-ray and I don't have it on streaming, I will definitely watch it. If I could pay $13 to have access to all the DC films, much like how, that's what I feel about Disney Plus is I pay Disney Plus for Star Wars and Marvel. Yeah, the Disney Plus is a plus too, but I finally have X-Men the Animated Series to watch whenever I want, as well as Clone Wars and Rebels whenever I want, and that's what we pay for. We find the ones that we have that niche of what we like. For me, it's superheroes and Star Wars. Disney Plus and HBO Max, I think, will definitely fill my taste buds quite a bit with, maybe the other ones like Peacock. Not exactly, something if I had to sacrifice something, that's when I would sacrifice. But we'll wait and see, guys. But that is kind of what I wanted to comment about today, about how HBO Max and Peacock are, showing us what they got. They're coming in soon. The streaming wars are about to begin, guys. And it's going to be interesting over the next couple of years to see just who wins out. I don't think all of them are going to survive. I can see the studio-based ones surviving. Disney Plus, HBO Max, Peacock, again, Paramount, because they're the ones that have the most content and have the most sought-after programming. Netflix and Amazon, if they're going to survive, they're going to need to step it up, to say the least. But what do you guys think? Are you going to sign up for HBO Max or Peacock? Which one looks more enticing? Do you think this might spell trouble for Netflix, Amazon, Sling, all those other services? Fire back in those social media groups and Gmail account. Let me know, guys. But yeah, that's it for me today. I got to go edit this, post this, and then assemble a bicycle. Gosh. Yes, guys. Hope you guys are having a good Earth Day. Have a good week. And until next time, may the Force be with us all.